And welcome! Today, we are beginning the finale for Zelda 2. I hope you guys are looking forward to it just as much as I am. Let me see here. Image. There we go. Let me just make sure we got audio. Bum bum ba da. Ba ba da ba da. There we go, guys. So, last time we went through, like, most of the game. There were still a few things we missed, though. And that comes to a head today. So I believe the first thing that we missed was a magic container. Oh, I should probably introduce. So I am Gavin the Kitty Dragon, and today we're playing Zelda 2. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Please subscribe and like and whatnot. I always like having new people on the channel, so. Let's see. How's that? I'm just doing a double loop, making sure that we got everything. I believe we did get this one, actually. We did. I mean, we can mark that off the chat. So we've got a lot ahead of us, including the final boss. So, yeah. I hope you guys will be here to enjoy that. The fruits of our labor. Ba, da, da, da. I know, the enemies here aren't really worth killing, but, you know. Boom. That's why the upstab is awesome. I'm like the only one that'll ever sing its praises, but it's awesome. This was a forest. Yeah, I don't know exactly what all the hubbub is, but, you know. We did a lot, last part, so, you know. Today is mostly going to be grinding for the final boss, doing the final dungeon and a half dungeon that we have left to really do. And that's about it, honestly. There's not a whole lot left. Of course, a part of this will also be finding all of the one-ups. So before I forget, let's go pull that up. So, there's a lot of great guides out there. Oh, did I actually send a link out to him? I did. Cool. Gotta make sure everybody's got a little bit of something. Okay, so down here on the south of the dungeon. Hey, Azel, how you doing? Will irk. Boop will irk. Okay, I mean, yeah, fair. That will irk somebody. I much appreciate a boop. Will lurk. Okay, I see. Well, I haven't had a very good day at work today, so I'm really hoping everybody else has had a great day today. Like, you know. Yeah, no, my boss decided to make fun of me, or at least mock me the entire time for not, yeah. Yeah, I do want to talk about it, and I kind of want to talk about it on stream, because it's not really something that you'll hear a lot about. really anywhere on YouTube. Did we check that one out? I don't know if we did. Alright, we'll go check that one out. So, one of my two bosses, because I've got two bosses, and one of my bosses decided it was workplace appropriate to make fun of me the entire day. And less so make fun of, and more of demand shit from people that is outside of what they do. So, our baker today ended up doing two jobs. Baking, which is what she was hired to do, and also run the front counter. I don't know if she really cared, but I'm sure it was really frustrating for her to have to do two jobs. Because, of course she'd have to do two jobs. We're understaffed, or whatever excuse they want to give. Of course, while all of that's going on, we're getting slammed. Sandwich after sandwich after sandwich. And what does my boss decide to do? She sees one singular customer. Asks what their order is. She begins to demand for that sandwich that I am actively making. She has watched me put it on the griddle and asks, "Where's that wrap at?" And I go, "I'm making it." Because at this point, we've had about 30 orders. Because if you don't know anything about fast food, so in fast food places with a drive-thru, at fast food places with a drive-thru, they end up having to, they end up documenting everything that you do. Like, they end up timing everything. Then she goes and says, "You don't backmouth me." And I'm like, okay, whatever, I'll stay silent then. Of course, the baker's up front, so she can't really do a whole lot outside of, take customers' orders and help out the customers. So what ends up happening is while she's trying to take care of the customers and I'm making these damn sandwiches, I'm slowly running out of food. And eventually, we just end up running out of eggs. So I have to go make some, and I tell them it's going to be a little bit on eggs. And she goes, and she starts talking behind my back like I can't hear her. And she starts going, "Don't sass me, you can't even do your job right." Just let that one sink in. Don't get frustrated because apparently I can't do my job right. Me, who is frustrated at having to do a million fucking orders, cannot complain or get frustrated about any of that because my boss is determined that her job is harder. She told me, "Don't be getting upset, my job's harder," when her job is to stand there and take the customer's orders through the drive-thru, because that's the one she chose for the day. So you're complaining that your job, I'm upset that I have to make sandwiches, grab donuts, and do both drive-thru and the front area throughout the entirety of peak. She understands that, but she doesn't understand that. She doesn't understand how to help. She doesn't know the best ways to help, despite us trying to show her. Which is kind of annoying. So despite all of this, while all of that is going on, alright, the last one of those is in it there. The last one of those is right over there. Sorry, I'm double checking things to make sure that I've got everything that I need to get. Last one of those is there and there. Okay. But yeah. So all the while this is happening, you'd think, oh, well now she's saying this and that. I'm back there and I've begun making the eggs. And she starts complaining that I can't do my job right because I've run out of eggs because our baker was told to go and bake. Instead of baking and doing what she needs to do and get done, she was told to ignore that and take care of customers. So I'm getting blamed for not doing my job properly, getting told that I do a poor job, because my boss has decided to move people around. She got mad and threw a fit at everybody because we were 2 points away from not reaching our goal. And when I say our goal, I mean her goal, because I have 0 goals when I walk in that fucking door other than to make sandwiches and clean the station. So now that you see where I'm coming from with this bullshit, I go the rest of the day without really saying too much of anything to anybody, because I decide it isn't worth it to start a fucking fight. I decide it's not worth it to start a fuss. My boss has decided to give me an excuse for this, for her behavior. Because all the while she was talking bad about me and saying how much I suck at my job, she decides to give me an excuse for why she said those things. Oh, well, I'm on my period. Oh, well, it's just dandy. I'm just not gonna show up tomorrow because I've decided you don't need me. You know, because that's right? Like, that's the way things should work. I could just give an excuse for acting like a shitty person, for not showing up and doing my job, because, oh, my period's acting up. Oh, bullshit. You're nearly 30. Get over yourself. I don't care if she talked about a sensitive topic to me. I honestly don't give a fuck. Because that's not the part that bothered me. The part that bothered me... Yeah, with who? Our HR department is not very good. Our HR department is supposed to set up our direct deposits, and they can't even do that half the time. Our HR is crap, and I'm not gonna report her, because I don't give a fuck. The thing I care about is calling me bad at my fucking job. Because she's upset. Because she's mad. You know, it's not fair to start saying shit. I can't grumble and grovel about my work because hers is more important, and that is what pisses me off. That's what's made me upset today. That's what's been bothering me all day, is because, you know, she shouldn't be the fucking... She can't be an adult at work and just, you know, not talk about people behind their back. You know. Why? Like, I don't understand that. I stayed silent all day, other than that one little peep. Literally, right after she said something, I just shut my mouth and let her complain her day away. And after she gave me that excuse, I literally sat in the car, and I just wanted to scream. Because that was the last thing I heard today before I got out of work. Was, oh, I'm sorry, I'm on my period. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go and say fuck you. That's stupid. That's stupid reasoning. That should not be an excuse for acting like a shitty person. Really shouldn't. I just realized I was on jump and not heal. Like, I don't care if she gets in trouble. She already makes way more than me. She makes nearly $25 compared to my $12. I really... Like, I don't care about getting her in trouble. It's just not part of me that I give a shit about. I give a shit about the excuses given for acting like a shitty person. Because the last time I heard something like this... I didn't live where I was at, and I was being told things like, I hope I can get old one day, so then I have an excuse for being mean to people. And that was something that I heard a long time ago. Was hoping to God I'd never hear some stupid-ass excuse like that again. And of course, there I go. I've heard an excuse like that again. Yeah, there's enemies all over the place in this town. This town was raided, so... Yeah, it's fine. I can be frustrated, right? Kasuto is ruined. The people fled to a hidden town in the East Woods. But how's everybody else's day going? I hope you guys' days are going well, because, you know, just because my day is going like shit doesn't mean that everybody's day is going like shit. No, you're just waiting for that machine to arrive. Yeah, I getcha. Man, I hate these enemies. Just gonna cast shield and hope the fuck I can get the hell out of this village. I cannot. Of course. Berry up to the top, and we're just gonna go whole left and hope to God I don't get smacked. We'll need to come back there after visiting the next town. That's just the old man gives us a hint. Also, Three-Eyed Rock. There's a palace. It's open. Let me move my map over a little bit. Oh. This one doesn't really look like anything that I've seen. Okay. So now we gotta go up. Okay. We just went over what my boss decided to do to make excuses for why she was acting like a total bitch today. So, yeah. My day's been okay. And that is the bare minimum that I can say about my day without going back over it again. Honestly, it's good now that I'm at home and I'm playing a game, and it was made better by Rick getting back to me. So I'm excited to listen to the audio and figure out where it's gonna go in my video. Okay. Looks like I need 1,000 left. Ah, there we go. My day's only getting better because of you guys, so... There we go, there's the town. The town of... Secret town of Kasuto. Earn threat from Kasuto when Ganon's minions attacks. I'll give you something good. Follow me. There's a secret on the outskirts of town. Cool. Now, how's your day going today? And here we got this. So there's that. We've got, I think, 2 more magic containers left. That secret's got, that secret's got. Da, 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 ba. Won't you come in? Of course. Ah, you're revived. Fully healed. Little entrance here. This spell has mysterious origins. Enigma, which in the original game was known as the spell. I believe it's represented here as the blob. That's what friends are for. Yeah. I'm really hoping that the rest of the day just goes well. I'm doing some more recordings tonight, later on after the stream to round out the rest of the month. Yeah. Alright, so at the edge of town, find Enigma. Boom! The Enigma Dungeon. Well, kind of the Enigma Dungeon. This is necessary for completion. This is the key. Key is important. Very, very important. It'll let us enter certain dungeons. And with that, all but one heart container is... We only need one more heart container. We've got... Yeah, we've got one more heart container. It's on the sand... it's in a sandy area. We've got one more magic container, and it's in a palace. So, yeah. And I believe even in empty rooms, the Enigma will do interesting things. Or at least against enemies. It'll make some enemies talk, so... It's on, like, the south end of this island. You wanna hear a shower thought sort of comment from me? Continents are just like giant islands. There you go. There's a shower thought for you. And I'll shove them right up. Anyways. Sorry, I just think of some really stupid things sometimes. Nope, that doesn't really look like that either. Okay. So down here on the bottom of the beach. That's not a bad EXP gain. Here it is. Heart piece. And with that, every heart piece in the game is found. and we're on to the next dungeon. This one's gonna be kind of difficult, probably. I'm honestly, really, I feel kind of lucky to have so many good people in my life that actually give a shit about me. So that's something that I can be at least a little happy for, is that I have so many people that actually care. Now, I'm sure people think I'm just super fucking weird sometimes, but, like, the fact that there's at least some people out there that care, it's enough for me. So I found out, I believe, the max level in this game for each stat is 8. After that, each stat will give you one more that gives us a total of 9 full levels, but the last level is just an extra life for going the extra mile. Ah, yes, and a magic boost. This should go a lot smoother, since, you know, we've been through a lot of the since I'm more awake. Kinda more awake. I might have to stop and get, like, a drink. Here soon, just, help me out. Just help me stay focused. There we go. Didn't even need the jump spell. Music in this game is oh so good. Cast that right in time. I want to say right down here. Yep. Then right down here. So with that key we got, we're able to open doors and dungeons, which is helpful because I don't believe there is a single key in this dungeon. Well, he fell off. He decided it was more of a lucrative investment to just fall off the face of the earth. Well, that wasn't what I meant to do. And we lost that experience. Alright. Oh, I've also created a challenge for all of you guys at home, for any writers out there. So, Zelda the Link the Faces of Evil, and Zelda the Wand of Gamelon. Rewrite lines of dialogue from that game, make them fit within proper Zelda timeline canon, and make the writing good. That is a request. I want to read it, I want to see it. You can write it out however you want, I just think it'll be uber interesting. already challenged Karmic to it, and he said there would have to be massive rewrites. And I said, yep, good luck with that. I would love to read it, though. Just do a Wand of Gamelon and Faces of Evil reimagining. Don't remake it, just reimagine it. Just imagine. A world where these games weren't super confusing. P-bags are great. It's like an extra AXP for nothing. Experience for nothing. Fairy spell's gonna come in handy. Money ain't for nothing, get your chicks for free. Play your guitar on the MTVs. Ah yes, the funny music man. Hee-haw funny man music. Oh shit, we're at a boss. If I remember correctly. He comes riding on a steed. He's gonna come riding on a Steve. He's gonna come riding on a steed. Yep, so I figured that was gonna happen. It's alright. So we've collected pretty much all the 1-ups, so now dying in a dungeon shouldn't even be as bad as it was in the beginning. Alright, and all I gotta do is, like, that. Oh wow! I didn't even know you could do that. Boom! Boss is dead! Well, at the very least... boss is dead. Now I gotta find the actual item of the dungeon. Nope, not making me fall for that. Boom and boom. Now that we found the second to last one. That's the second to last. Kitten cheese bosses. Yeah. Yeah. I decided it would be more fun that way. It's alright. There will be more cheesing of bosses the more I play. Okay. Da da da. Da 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 da. Man, the more I learn about this game, the more fun I feel it is. So much combat. Mini combat, much game. Oh, it's still on reflect. Snap, snap, snap. Okay. It's pretty sweet, honestly, to see that. It kind of makes me not want to... Kind of makes me want to keep going with the series. I think I'm just going to keep playing different Zelda games. I mean, that was the idea already. But, like, to continue doing this. What does the Enigma spell do? We already saw what the Enigma spell did. It opened up a gateway. It does different things depending on where you're at. So, like, it'll open up dungeons, it'll let certain enemies in towns talk to you. So, like, the sleeping blob on one of the tables. What else? There was... Yeah, it does a bunch of weird stuff. It is useful, though. Okay. Alright, Link. Do your worst. Fairy. So fairies will let you pass through doors, through the keyhole. Because you're so tiny. It still isn't clear whether that was intended or not, but Nintendo Power mentions it, so I figured I might as well mention it. It's not something we really have to worry about anymore, because we have the Master Key. Last game had a lion for, like, a basin. Here it does not. Yeah, the Enigma is a weird spell. It's also, so in the original release of the game, it was called the Spell. It was just spell. So, you know. Gonna fall even lower. Right here, okay. Go even lower. Oh. Oh, it's repeating rooms. So then our best bet is to do something like that. da da dum. Man, Reflect's cool. Reflect is cool. Just wish we could make it past some of this stuff without having to use Reflect. Ooh, it's got more of this. Okay, then. All right. Now there's that. If you notice, I used some artwork for this. Damn it! I just did the same thing twice. All right, what's over here then? Oh. More of what I need. Our final defense boost. Which means next up, I believe, is our final... Next up will be Sword. And then it'll be Magic. Then it'll be... Yeah. It'll be Sword. Magic. Back to Sword. And then I think... Yeah, Sword, Magic, back to Sword. And then Shield. So, yeah. So we do need the, to finish each palace, by the way, to... Why?! Why am I not learning? I'm like, we're just gonna go down this way and over here. Bonk down the same hole. We have fallen down this hole. This is what, the third time now? I'm just stupid. Hope you guys are liking for this. Also, there's a Discord in the description, if you guys didn't know. And because I'm trying to make YouTube a thing for myself, I've also got a PayPal link down in the description, and you can donate, and it helps out the channel. I'm not taking any chances. I'm gonna jump over it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, here comes he. He's coming back. He's coming back around. Just bonk. Slowly riding away. Let's lure this figure out on screen. One more hit. Boom. So this is really handy because now we have a cross. Now we have a big cross. We have a giant cross, and we cannot waste. Yeah. And I've still got to figure out where exactly we gotta go. So the last one up is in the Great Palace, which is the final dungeon of the game. The final heart container we already got. Magic container. Already got that, already got that, already got that, that. We already got all the magic containers. And let's see here. Hidden Palace. Let me see where I have to be at. Okay. So now I have to go all the way to the left, down and to the right. Oh! I didn't fall right. What is this, Castlevania? No, no. You're close, though. So now I do want to fall down this pit. Because it'll take me right where I need to be. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. Bop. Ba. Da 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 da. Yeah. Coming right out of nowhere. All right. Third screen, we go hold right. So not this one, but this one. Now then, from here, we want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Yeah. We basically just want to get as far to the right as we can get. get to the real boss of the dungeon, which I think we've actually already fought and defeated. I honestly haven't been paying attention. Zelda 2 is just interesting. There's a lot about it to like, there's also a lot about it to hate. And I feel like that is an apt description for most games, but Zelda 2 can have a lot more to hate. But I feel like that's what the devs want. It's like it wants you to hate this game. I actually really like this game. Oh, well, got stuck in a wall, but, you know. Alright. So, 1, 2, 3? Yeah. 3. I think it's 3 anyways. You notice how, like, all of the enemies stay dead as long as I don't die? Any enemies I've killed, just... they're gone. No need to worry about them. It's like the best. Da-da-da, that's alright. You're alright. That's a boss. Yes, that is a boss. Now to the right. Damn it! Alright, so I've got my answer. Fairy is the answer. It's just gonna be kind of really tough for me, because I suck at playing Zelda, but that's alright because I can farm. Yes, I can farm because I'm good at that, because we're trying not to, we're trying not to. I don't want to farm, but I'm probably gonna have to, because it's a game where farming is going to helping me into at least getting magic. Because I don't know how to play games properly unless there's just a little bit of grinding, because I'm really bad at game. Alright, and fairy. It's the required bit of fairy in this game. Oh, and he dropped the one I wanted. So I didn't get into this difference. So, so the first difference I was going to talk about. The blue bottle only gives you 1, the red gives you full. Second, here's the actual boss. This is Volvagia. He's got a much better NES sprite, in my opinion. Kinda gotta get up in his face. Damn it! And this is why we picked up so many extra lives. shield. Jump. Wasn't there a Castlevania enemy like that? What, with the snake? I think you're making with the wall snakes. Because other than that, there's not really anything as far as I know. This guy also appears in Ocarina of Time. In fact, there's a lot about this game that appears in Ocarina of Time. So... Ocarina of Time's like they tried to hit a redo switch. Make things closer. Make things new. Town names? Nah, now they're people. Music cues? Yeah, sure. Bosses? We'll just rip them straight from there. It is random whatever hole he jumps out of. Watch, I'll stay here and I'll pop him on the right. Well, that wasn't what I meant. But okay. I'll take it. This was not manipulated. I did not manipulate this, I swear to fuck. He just did this on its own, I swear. I swear to God, the boss just did that all of his own volition. I didn't do anything to fucking manipulate that. That was real. Alright. And with that, the palace is defeated. Attack boost is now at 7. We are 1 away from max attack. And this game, kidding messing with the game again, lol. I didn't do shit, I swear. I swear to God I did not do nothing. Didn't do nothing. Of course. So this final town that had an old man in it. He is the final old man. With the cross, we can see the enemies in this area, by the way. So that's good. It's kind of like the lens of truth from a certain Ocarina of Time that let you see invisible enemies. I will teach you the most powerful magic. This is thunder. It takes 48 to use it. It is very powerful. Like, to the point where it's kind of absurd. And with that, we now have all the magic spells. But we still got one piece of magic container to get, so. But these were the fuckers that were smacking me around before. Ah, okay. So I know what I gotta do. So if you notice, the XP counter has gone up throughout the game, and now it's at 6,000. We'll basically end that with that saying 9,000. So, as long as we get max level. Since it keeps increasing by increments of by 500. No. Game over. Return of Ganon. Continue. 8 lives, though. You know, 8 of 9. That ain't bad. Hasn't been too bad. So I think I figured out what these down here are. It's where they lead. Like, will it take you to the north side of the map, the west side of the map? The west and the east. I figured out that these are all hidden locations. But other than that, I really haven't... That's pretty much it in terms of everything I've figured out. But it's mostly, like, tracker stuff. Not really anything game-wise. Because the game has been pretty much figured out at this point. So, all that's left with the game is to go tackle the final palace. Honestly, can't wait to be finishing this game. So you might be asking yourself, why don't I just leave left to exit these things to continue forward? Because it'll put me one tile behind the action space. As you can see there. So. We're up to 200. You think you'll be able to finish the game today? Yeah. This is literally the last palace, so yeah. Like, I don't think there's any way that I can't. I think the only way that I can't is if, like, I don't know, something crazy fucking happens. I'd have to have, like, a power outage and, like, a save corruption. Ah, yes. So there's gonna be a deserted palace coming up, and all it's got in it is a, some of the power-up stuff that we've gotten from other palaces. So, we're gonna enter it and see what it has to offer. Because I might as well do everything. And I should have just ferried. So I guess it just assumes that you should cast Jump no matter what. Which makes sense. Jump is helpful. You know, I haven't really used fire. Let's, Boom. I guess the idea is these guys look like fireballs, and they're also kind of like spies. They're spying on you. They're watching the hero grow ever closer, shooting up from the fire to watch. So right over here. Deserted. You know. And it should have just fallen to the left. But I should be able to finish the game today. Yeah, it's not too much. There's not too much left to it, honestly. We've kind of taken part in most of the hard parts of the game. At this point, it's all about just getting to the final boss and tackling Dark Link. And, of course, just gonna use fairies, skip the trap tile. And instead of doing what I say, let's just fucking whiff it. Luckily, the enemies here aren't too bad. And of course we come to the blue enemies that deal the most damage and hit the strongest and set us all the way back to Princess Zelda because they hate us. They hate us so much. Yeah, I don't think I've left from the left yet. So I'll leave from the left this time. Gotta change it up every now and again. But this is it, folks. It's, we're in for the long haul, right to the end. We've gotten every item. I believe we found just about every item space for power. But the next Zelda game we're doing is Link to the Past, and that should be pretty fun. I actually have a copy of A Link to the Past with the manual. So I'll be able to do some direct research from that game. You know, take a look at the manual, read what it's got inside, play the game. You know, the usual. The usual fun stuff. I've been going for what now, an hour? Yeah, somebody should remake Zelda 2. And there we go. So this is where the difficulty is going to spike up, and probably where I'm going to lose most of my sanity, so... Sorry I'm kind of quiet. This is like the longest trek to any dungeon. It's more arduous than the maze. So it's going to take... it's not like we're just, oh, we're gonna travel through a maze. It's like, oh, we've gotta travel through all of this. There we go. You can always make a save state. I can make a save state, you're right. There'll be a crucial moment that I'll make a save state, actually. But I gotta get there first. Because I don't mind losing all our lives. Because once we're at the Great Palace, it doesn't matter what we do. We will always respawn from the Great Palace. So once we're at endgame, you know, we're at endgame. After that, nothing can take it away. Even in the original game, nothing could take it away. Alright, so here we're going to use a save state. Alright. $50. $20. Okay, so it's like $30. It's like 110%, basically, kinda, sorta. Maybe it's less. Yeah. Should have probably used Reflect or something. And in here. Okay. $150. Of course, the minute I walk in, there's one of these guys. Nope, we're gonna get them both off screen. Fuck that. We're now at the Great Palace. It's taken us so long, but since we have inserted all of the crystals, it opens up to us, and we can breathe a slight sigh of release of relief. Of course, cars decide to drive by right as we do it. Alright, and I need a map for this. So the final one up is something we're probably not going to end up collecting because it just might be out of the way. Alright. It requires us to fall. That requires us to be right there. Oh, it is on the way. Ooh. This doesn't look too bad. Oh. It might just be. I'm gonna take the death. So we can't just go straight to the right, we have to go left first. These are Firebirds. They give a good amount of EXP. past that pillar is there's a pit. We don't want to fall down. Go down here. To the right. I know Asl said he's just gonna lurk, but I wonder what he thinks about this game so far. Because I know it's not the traditional Zelda. Alright. Nothing against it, it's just not my style. Well, are you just, like, not into Zelda, or not into this Zelda? That's the question. And I didn't save it, I didn't heal in time. Like, I did, but it didn't count, so... Oh, Zelda specifically. What do you mean, new one? Are you talking Link's Awakening remake? Are you talking Hyrule Warriors? Are you talking Breath of the Wild? Or are you talking Breath of the Wild 2 that's not even out yet? When you say new one, that doesn't mean shit to me. That tells me absolutely nothing. Breath of the Wild. Okay. Breath of the Wild was fun. I played it on my Wii U. Had an absolute blast with it. Truman played it on Switch. I have it on Switch, but because of our SD card situation, just... These are Thunderbird nights. They're evil. I don't like them. Foxino, do you like Zelda? Hang on, I gotta roll my map over. Ba da 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 da. Up there. Okay. See, I like the Zelda games. I've been playing them since I was a kid, so... Something about the combat always intrigued me about Zelda games, and then when I started playing, I was like, I like the puzzles more. Said, you like Zelda? I only played Twilight Princess and Link to the Past, and I enjoyed them. I always wanted to try out Breath of the Wild. Ah, okay. Well, I can say from experience, Breath of the Wild is a great game. I can say that because I played Breath of the Wild. Not on the console Nintendo wanted me to play it on, but I played it. I remember when I bought Breath of the Wild for Wii U. I'm feeling way better than I ever have been in a while, which is surprising despite how tired I was this morning. Yeah, it is surprising. I'm glad you're feeling good, though. I'm getting my ass handed to me. That was a fun noise. It's going okay. I'm just in the final palace. Trying my damnedest not to die. Alright, let me see where I'm at. So off to the right over here is like a ferry. Might have to use the jump spell. But the stream's going okay. I'm, you know, just trying to win. We should be done here soon, though. So this... You like what's going on with the HUD? That's good. I'm glad you do. And that was... I should have save stated. This is only an improvement hack. It tells me a little bit more about what's going on in the HUD. It retranslates the game to be a bit closer to the original Japanese. It fixes the... It changes the music to make it sound a little bit closer to the original Japanese Famicom Disk System version, and overall it improves greatly. Like, you can even see a lot with Link's sprite. Yeah, overall this is a vast improvement over the original NES version. But it's still the same game. It's got the same difficulty spikes, even with some of its fixes and bug fixes and whatnot. It's still the same game. Requires the same amount of skill to beat. Oh, it also fixes the issue with the lives. So now they increase your maximum lives. So when you start... so after I collect a live, you know, I don't have 2 lives anymore, I have 3. So, I'm up to like 8. And there's 9 total in the game. Plus 3 you can get from leveling up your stuff to level 9. So, 12 total. Which I believe gives you 13 attempts at this game. Good luck with the rest of the stream. I hope it will be good. Yeah. Make sure you guys leave a like and comment and whatnot. Also, PayPal links in the description for those of you who wish to donate and help the channel grow. Wish to see more content out of me? Donate, basically. I wanted to get a button on screen, but I couldn't do that, so we partnered to do that, which is something I sadly found out. And then one of the websites that was like, here, try out our button thing. It was like, that's $100 I don't have for paltry donations. So I'm like, I'd much rather just, you know, give them a link direct to me. That lets them help out. Same way I've used commissions in the past, so I'm just hoping it works. I know it's not a direct link though, because like if you click it, you can't click it. You have to actually type it in. I think YouTube itself just doesn't like PayPal links. Of course, PayPal links don't like PayPal links, so you know. Alright, let's get to the end of this, shall we? Of course I don't have any more magic to use on the rest of this shit. We have to get to the end of the palace to use it. There we go. Yeah, the fact that we're at level 7 already, though. I was kind of hoping everything would be at 8, which is the max for stats increasing. But, you know. So many deaths, you can't really help it. I still find it super interesting that this game had like none of the original devs on it. Just find that as such a surprise. Like, you'd think you'd want the whole team back just for the next game. Like, but I guess it's more of a modern gaming philosophy. Back then it was like, okay, give us who you got. Who do you have that's not busy? We're just gonna make one of the sequels to one of the best games of all time ever made, so yeah, we just need whoever you got. Right? Like, that should not be how that works, but alright. And with that, that's the final extra life. Alright. To the right is another healing fairy, but to the left is where we want to be. So, let's go left. We need magic, by the way. Oh, I was on jump, wasn't I? There we go. That's where I wanted to fall. So to the right there is where we got to go. See if we can find a magic drop. Alright, I guess we're not. Oop. Got a blue magic drop, though. Not exactly what I want, but that's okay. Alright. So, over here to the right as well. So down here. So we've fallen down once. Let's fall down in the proper spot, shall we? Boom! Another slime. And they all got stuck in a wall. Joyous wall. So, the Thunder spell is our most powerful spell. And it'll be the thing to damage the boss. This is Thunderbird. Thunderbird is tough. Thunderbird will kick your ass. Alright, there's our first hit down. Second. He comes out swinging. And then from there, you kind of just gotta figure out what you're doing. This is where, in other Zelda games, I would probably use a magic potion to help us. Instead, all I got in this game is confusion. Alright. Alright. And I guess we're just gonna keep dying to Thunderbird because we suck. I suck anyways. We really do have to just kind of slash him. We notice he's not really damaging us, it's all on the fireballs that he's shooting at us. Which I just kind of have to react to. I can't really do a whole lot else. What do we have? 2 left? Doesn't matter now. 3 lives! 3 lives. Can we tackle Thunderbird and do it properly? Sure, maybe. Ba-da-da-da. He just kind of launches off a ton of fireballs in whatever direction and hopes to hit you. Is that the final hit? Final hit! And with that, we can go off to the right over here and fight our final foe. As the final test, test of the old man, the test of courage. Can you face yourself? Why, yes! We can. We can fight ourselves. This battle can be really difficult if you don't use this strategy. But the game kind of doesn't know what to do. So it's a great strategy. So basically, first step is shield. Next step, switch over to heal. Last step, stand in the corner and smack him. Because if not, then you actually have to fight him, and actually fighting things is kind of tough. Oh, come on! It's cheese! I gotta use the cheese. Because he likes to duck under my shots. Bonk, bonk, bonk. Bam! And with that, we've become stronger. The old man bestows upon us the Triforce of Courage. And with this, we can awake Princess Zelda from her slumber of nearly 1,000 years. This Zelda's never aged from 1,000 years. It's either 100 or 1,000. But she's much older than the previous Zelda that we saved from the last one. She's a descendant. We saved Hyrule and we're a real hero, apparently. So that's cool. But yeah, with that, the game is done. Got this lovely little makeout scene. This is the end. It's great, right? Zelda 2. Final thoughts. Pretty different, honestly. I knew that it was going to be much different. I knew it was going to be quite a bit different than the original Zelda. And I'm glad I played it. I'm glad I got to see it and experience it firsthand. I'm glad you guys got to watch me do that for the first time. I've never actually beaten Zelda 2, ever. So the fact that we did it on stream, I feel pretty good. Are those Thunderbirds in other Zelda games? I do not believe so. But let me look. Thunderbird. Zelda. I know it's in Zelda 2, but other than that, I don't think it's in any of the other games. Nope. Doesn't appear to. The Thunderbird is a boss in Zelda 2, and that's it. It's its only appearance. It's pretty sweet though. It says thanks a million. Press start to replay. So when we press start, we are taken back to the title screen, just like Zelda 1. And now we have a little piece of the Triforce with us. And when we hit start, we begin the game again. And I believe, yep, we keep our level, but it resets our hearts. We keep all our spells. I don't think we keep any of the items. Nope, we don't keep any of the items. And this is kind of like a New Game Plus. Their goal here is just to, you know, level up, get to the palaces again, do what you will. Of course, at this point, you're pretty darn powerful, so... You know, whatever. But other than that, this has been Zelda... This has been Zelda 2. And honestly, I think it has been an awesome time. But thank you guys so much again for watching and listening and hanging out. Make sure to leave a like if you like, dislike if you disliked. Join the Discord in the link below. Also, feel free to donate to the PayPal link below and help support the channel. Everything you do helps out. It helps a million. Yeah. But that's about it. Share the links around. That's all I got. Zelda 2. Pretty straightforward. Honestly, I was expecting it to be kind of worse. You got anything for beating the game a second time? No? No, you don't. But with that, that's all she wrote. Good night, everybody.